With warmer weather and spring officially here, let's talk spring home maintenance. Hi, I'm Chad of eXp Realty. I hope that you had a great weekend. Please don't forget to hit that like button down below and the subscribe button. I'm really trying to grow my channel here, guys, and I really need your help to do it. Owning a home is a big responsibility. You don't want your home falling down around you. So part of that responsibility is doing regular home maintenance around your home every now and then to make sure that your home stays up to date and make sure that it stays running the way it should. So today, let's talk about regular spring maintenance that you should do every year on your home to make sure that it stays running the way that it should. Number one are your gutters and downspouts. Winter and fall bring leaves, twigs, and other debris that blow around and fall from trees and get clogged in your gutters and downspouts. You want to make sure that you clean these out so that when the spring thaw and rains come, so that the water can freely flow from your roof through these gutters and downspouts, away from your roof and away from your foundation. You don't want water getting into your basement and causing a flood in your basement. You want to make sure that the downspouts are at least 6 feet from your foundation of your house. You may want to consider putting screens on your gutters or going with the national brand Gutter Guard. They claim to guarantee that you won't get any debris in your gutters and that you won't ever have to clean them out again. Maintenance tip number 2, vacuum your refrigerator coils. Throughout the wintertime with all that heat blowing through your house all day long, it blows a lot of dust and debris behind that refrigerator, and it just gets a lot of dust and dirt into your refrigerator coils, and it just makes your refrigerator run a little bit less efficient. So you want to take a vacuum back there and vacuum all that dust and dirt out of there. Helps your refrigerator run a little more efficiently and extends the life of your refrigerator. Number 3 is clean and or replace any windows or screens around your house. Winter can be mean to your windows and screens. Plus, if you have any kids or animals like we do, you know that they never stay clean for very long. Walk around your house. Check and make sure that all your windows are intact. Are there any broken windows? Can they be fixed? Do they need to be replaced? Make sure you get this taken care of before the summer heat sets in. How about the screens? Are they all intact? Are there any rips or tears in them? Make sure they're whole. Screens are super easy to clean with some simple household cleaners. You can search the internet for home screen cleaning remedies. Some simple water and vinegar, easy ways to clean your screens. And if you're like my wife who loves fresh air but really hates bugs, opening your windows on nice spring days is an easy way to get fresh air through your house and keeping the bugs out of your house. So make sure your screens and windows are all intact and ready to go for the spring and summer. Tip number 4, inspect your roof and siding. Wisconsin winters are brutal to homes. Check the outside of your home, including the siding and the roofs. Make sure there's no holes in the siding. If there are, make sure you patch that or replace the siding as needed. Check the roof. Make sure there's no missing shingles. If there are missing shingles, make sure either you get up there yourself and replace them or have a qualified roofer get up there and replace them for you. Missing shingles can mean that you'll have a leaky roof in the future. You don't want to have a leaky roof when it comes these springtime rains. Spring maintenance tip number 5, you want to sharpen your lawnmower blades. Having sharpened lawnmower blades makes mowing your lawn so much easier when it comes time to mow your lawn. Of course, if you hire out mowing your lawn, this is something you don't have to worry about. But if you do it yourself, this is something you want to make time for. This is also a really good time to change the oil in your lawnmower if you have a gas-powered lawnmower. If you have a snowblower that you use to clear the snow off your driveway in the wintertime, this is also a great time to winterize your snowblower. Just go to the hardware store, buy some of that gas stabilizer, pour it in the gas tank of your snowblower, run it for a couple minutes, and your snowblower is winterized for the summer, and it'll be ready to go next winter. Springtime is the perfect time if you have any wood decks or wood fences to go outside and restain them or repaint them. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's the perfect time to go out there and make sure that all the wood surfaces of your home are restained and refinished for the summer before the summer heat sets in and takes its toll on the wood. If your house has any wood trim around it, make sure you get a weatherproofed paint. Walk around your house with a paintbrush and touch up any paint that may need to be touched up around your house. Make sure your house is ready to go for the summer. Tip number 7 for the spring is to inspect your driveways and other concrete surfaces and paths that you may have around your house. So in the wintertime, we all know what happens to water when it freezes. When it freezes, it expands. In the spring, or when temperatures rise, it thaws and it contracts. So when that happens in concrete, it expands and it pushes that concrete up and out in all kinds of different directions. What can happen is it pushes that concrete in different directions and that concrete can shift or crack or break altogether. So if you have a concrete steps or driveway, It can cause cracks or holes, or it can shift your concrete stairs. I see this all the time in houses. So inspect these areas. Sometimes you'll have to patch your driveway. Maybe you'll have to have mud jackers come out, jack up your sidewalk if your sidewalk has shifted any. Maybe it's sunken down a little bit. Maybe it's shifted up too much. Maybe those stairs up to your front stair, maybe you have to take a little bit of an extra big step to get up those stairs somehow. Just inspect these areas. See if they're still the way that they should be, or if they've shifted any. If you think that they've shifted some and it should be inspected, have a qualified contractor come out and take a look at them. If you need recommendations, give me a call or shoot me a text. I'm happy to give you a qualified contractor. I'll come out and give you a free estimate. They'll give you their recommendation on what you should do next. So have your concrete walkways and driveways inspected. Tip number 8 of spring service for your house is to service your AC unit. Like servicing your furnace in the fall, you want to make sure that your AC unit is going to work this summer when the temperatures get really hot here in Wisconsin. You want to have a qualified HVAC person come out here and check your AC unit. They're going to check your furnace, of course, because that's what blows the cool air into your house, but they'll also run your AC unit and make sure that it's blowing properly and blowing at the proper temperature. They'll check the actual AC unit, make sure the coolant levels are proper, make sure the fins are not bent, make sure it's working properly. Just keep in mind that the outside temperature has to be at 60 degrees or above in order for them to properly test your AC unit. If it's too cold outside, they cannot run your AC unit. It's bad for the AC unit, for the compressors, and it could damage it. So if it's too cold outside, they will not come outside and they will not test your AC unit. So you may have to wait until later in the spring, usually mid to late April, before they'll come out and test your AC unit. Definitely have your AC unit tested every spring, but this may be a later checkbox in the spring to have this checked out. Checkbox number 9 for home maintenance in the springtime is clean your dryer lint hose. This may seem like a really simple thing to do and like a no-brainer, but still the number one cause for home fires in the United States are dryer fires, usually caused by lint. People just don't clean out the lint in their dryers. Sure, we all clean out the lint traps in our dryers, but we all forget about the hose of our dryers. The hose that connects from the dryer and goes out to the wall that blows the hot air outside. We all forget to disconnect that hose from our dryer and the wall and clean that lint out between the dryer and the wall. Lint collects in that hose and builds up over time. Even I forget about that. We just all forget about it. You have to clean out that hose every now and then. Spring and fall time are the perfect times to even just replace that hose completely. Just go out to the hardware store, buy a whole new hose, just reconnect it to the dryer, into the wall, and just completely replace it. And tip number 10 for your home maintenance checklist in the spring is to do lawn cleanup. Get out there and clean up any twigs or branches that may have fallen from trees over the winter time. If you have pets or animals like dogs, make sure you clean up the doggy business that may be outside. Fertilize your lawn for the spring. Again, like the AC unit, this may be something that you want to wait until usually probably mid to late April before you do this. You don't want to be doing this in mid-March because it's probably still a little bit too cold for fertilizer. But once spring has set in and you're pretty sure we're not going to get below freezing anymore, you can go ahead and fertilize your lawn. Do you have any other spring maintenance items that you like to do to your house? Let me know down in the comments. I hope that this list helps you. And if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out to me anytime. I'm always here to help you in any way that I can. Have a great week, and I'll see you back here next Monday at 10 a.m.